Painting with acrylics can be easy, fun and versatile. They are a thick paint which can be watered down to get more of a watercolour effect, or applied direct, remaining thick more like oils. They are really fun to experiment with and can be great for beginners because they are forgiving. Often when creating a painting, it will be made up of your darker tones, your mid-tones and your lighter tones. So I'm going to talk a little bit about how you blend these all together. You do not need to add water when trying to blend paints together. They will blend just by using the brush movements. By continuously working the paint, the colours will start to bind. And then you can get a gradual fade from dark to light. You can practice this before starting a painting just to get used to using the paints and the brushes. When you're blending paints, you don't want to have too much paint on your brush. So if you find like your brush is getting bulked up with paint, then you can just easily wipe it off with a paper towel. Or you can use a completely plain brush with no paint on it to blend the two colours together. When you're using your brush for larger surface areas and filling in colour, you will use the whole of the brush. But when you're using it for details, you'll just use the tip. So you want to make sure the paint is evenly applied around the brush, and that you're pressing lightly when just using the tip so you can get fine lines. When you are applying fine lines, you can add a little bit of water. This will just loosen up the paint and help it to travel further, which can be easier when putting in details. Acrylics can be fully watered down, and this creates more of a washy effect, which you might like to use for putting in backgrounds or lighter areas. When they are applied directly, they're a nice thick consistency. You might find you use quite a lot of paint when you apply it like this, but it gives a nice opaque effect. If you make mistakes on a painting with acrylic, not to worry, they can easily be covered up once they've dried. But if you're covering up dark colours with a light colour, then you'll find you'll need a couple of layers. This is what makes acrylic paints so fun and easy to use. There's no worries because you can always correct your mistakes. So when starting out, I recommend just giving it a go, not worrying, and get painting.